Hello, my name is Carlos Pavao, and I'm so glad to talk with you today about something I'm very excited about, and something that helped me create a growing business, develop amazing relationships, and achieve success in every area of my life. I'm so fortunate to be mentored and now a certified life success consultant with Bob Proctor, who you may know from the movie The Secret. Together we are helping individuals and businesses learn how to master their mind and gain abundant professional and personal success. We think in pictures. If I asked you to imagine your mind, you would probably picture your brain. We do this because we do not have a picture of the mind. Our brain is no more our mind than our elbow or our toe. In psychology, we know the mind is more a function than a location. In 1934, Dr. Thurman Fleet created a picture of our mind to help us be able to work with our mind and move ahead in our life. Here's how it works. The top circle here represents the mind, and the bottom circle represents the body. As you can see, the mind is much larger than the body, and we do this on purpose. Because until now, in our lives, we've given all our awareness and attention to our physical body and our physical results. Everything in our life is an expression of our mind, and it is our body that merely carries out the action. Our mind is made up of two parts, our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. Our conscious mind is our thinking mind. Free will and our awareness originate here. We can choose our thoughts here because our conscious mind can accept or reject ideas. Do you know you actually have 100% control of your thinking? I know that might be a new concept for you, so let me explain. Our subconscious mind is our feeling and emotional mind. It is the storehouse of our mind. This is the part of our mind where we store our memories, habits, conditioned belief, and self-image. Understanding this allows us to know that we can choose to focus on what we do want instead of what we don't want or what doesn't work. Remember, we are in absolute control of our mind 100% of the time. You are truly thinking into results all the time. Thoughts that are held in our conscious mind and have an emotional charge, which are delivered to the subconscious mind, whether they are positive or negative, when they are emotionalized, these thoughts will impress themselves upon the subconscious mind, which then dictates the feelings we feel. You see, everything in our lives is an expression of our mind. If you want to know what you're thinking about, just take a look at your results. Results do not lie. Those who are fearful, worrisome, and doubtful are not your top performers. To change our results, we must first start by changing the thoughts we are thinking. Most people know what to do to get better results. However, previous thinking has set up roadblocks in our subconscious mind, which is preventing you from taking the necessary actions to achieve what you want. The biggest gap in life is between what we know and what we actually do. It's been said that we were born knowing how to live, and we are taught how to think. It is critical to understand that your current results are not a reflection of your potential. Your current results are nothing more than a reflection of your previous thinking. Your potential is limitless. You were born rich. It is your mind that limits you. Your possibilities truly are endless. We are taught from a very young age, even before birth. Do you know babies are listening to the world at 5 months in the uterus? Our thinking brings feelings, our feelings bring action, our actions bring results, and it's our results that what we call our lives. And the truth is, you were designed to create and live the life you love. I'm so grateful and blessed to help people learn how to achieve this in the life success programs that I facilitate. So let me show you some more. See, we have our mind and our body, right? The two parts of our mind are our conscious and our subconscious mind. So you might be wondering, what influences our mind? Or, how do we choose a positive or negative thought? You see, we have our 5 physical senses: see, hear, smell, taste, touch. We've been conditioned to learn from these senses from a very young age. These senses are hardwired like little antennae into our conscious mind. Our five senses are how we have been taught to gather the majority of information from our environment. These senses are always on. We don't have to tell them to notice because they're always being bombarded by the environment. We've got TV, news, conversations around us. We've been so conditioned to respond to our environment through these senses that when someone gives us a compliment, we feel good. But yet in the next moment, if they criticize us or put us down, we feel instantly bad. We are riding an emotional roller coaster. 1 minute we're up, the next minute we're down. When we are talking about changing our results, we must be careful who and what we are listening to. So if you want to become financially independent, seek out and learn from those who are financially free. If you want to be the top person in your field, then seek out and learn from the top people in your field. But be sure not to listen to or seek out advice from family, friends, co-workers who are not achieving, living, or breathing the results in their life that you're seeking. You would not ask someone who cannot swim to teach you how to swim, would you? No, because they would teach you how to jump in the water, sink to the bottom, blow bubbles for a short while. See, there's a better way to influence your thoughts, independent from your environment. And that is through the higher side of your mind, which is your intellect. We have never been conditioned or taught to work with our intellect until now. Yet it is the proper use of these faculties that will allow us to control what we think. They are like little mental muscles. And when you learn to use these intellectual faculties, you will create the results and live the life you desire. Time only permits me to share one, so I'd like to share my favorite, which is perception. This is how we see the world. Perception is our point of view. We always have an option to choose how we see things. The law of polarity states that everything has an opposite. And I personally experienced this back in 2001 when we had the dot-com bust. We were about 3 months from moving into our home when I was laid off. And as you can imagine, my wife was pretty freaked out because we were about to get our mortgage started and I had no job to go with. I was feeling a little concerned as well, but one thing I remember is that I did not get too excited about it because deep down inside I knew that I would find something, that I would be back on track, and that we would be fine. And guess what happened? About 2 weeks before we moved into our home, I found a job that actually paid me slightly more than my previous job. And the best part was, because of that experience, it led me on the journey to personal growth and brought me to where I am today. So let me ask you this question. Do you choose to see the good and or the bad? To be happy or sad? To be positive or negative? Because remember, the choice is yours. Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The remaining 5 faculties that we weren't able to cover today are will, imagination, memory, intuition, and reason. So instead of gathering information from the lower side of our nature, which is our senses, we must develop and use the higher side of our personality, which is our intellect. You were designed to create and live the life you love. And that is why I am so grateful to work with groups and companies every day, teaching them how to use the same resources and intellectual faculties to achieve and live the results they desire. I invite you now to take the next success steps today. I'll be signing you up for the Goal Achiever program in the back of the room. I'll be there in just a moment, so if you go back there, get things started, and I'll answer any questions for you. Thank you.